Today I'm taking you shopping for the best of the budget buys in autumn decor, my personal picks of what's in the shops right now. But this isn't just about finding bargains. Decorating for autumn isn't simply swapping out ornaments or just adding more stuff. It's about creating the feeling you want in your home for the season ahead. And for autumn, that's often a cosy, wrapped up feeling, the perfect antidote to the longer nights and the cooler days. So as we shop, I'll show you what I found, as well as why these pieces might work in your home, how to mix them with what you've already got, and how to keep your home feeling elevated, not cluttered, even on a budget. I'm starting off in B&M and I was drawn to these tea light holders because they're not overtly autumn themed, but their cosy colours still give that autumn feeling. They're also subtly mushroom shaped, which is a big theme this year, and at £2.50 I thought they were a steal. It's always useful to have a few small accents you can use in vignettes on a tray, on a coffee table, and this little natural pumpkin is perfect, especially if you don't want to go full on with the autumn colours. These box sets are great too if you want to try a bit of seasonal decorating, but you're not confident yet about what might work with what. Everything comes ready for you in one box, so it takes out all the guesswork, and with 3 or 4 items inside, they're a really good price. I think these mini pumpkins are a great pickup for this time of year. They're so versatile. Pop 1 or 2 on a tray with other items or in a bowl. A handy piece really for any autumn decor toolkit. You'll have them for years to come. I absolutely loved this cushion. It felt unbelievably soft, and even the cushion insert felt like it was reasonably good quality. And then there were these boucle blankets with a slightly fleecy lining. They were just gorgeous. Honestly, if I'd seen either that cushion or these blankets in John Lewis for 3 or 4 times the price they're selling for here, I'd have thought, yep, that's a reasonable cost for that cushion or those blankets. They really do look and feel far more premium than this price would suggest. This wicker pumpkin placemat is only £4, but I'd never use it that way. I'd just buy one as a base for a little collection of items or stand it against my kitchen backsplash like a chopping board for a seasonal accent. Part of creating that cosy autumn feeling is having those little moments throughout your day, and there's nothing nicer than curling up with a hot drink. And with these mugs at around the price of a Starbucks coffee, they won't break the budget. These glass jars shaped like acorns or pumpkins are completely frivolous and totally unnecessary, and if you've got very limited storage, they're probably not for you. However, if you do have a little extra space, they're the kind of fun pieces that can really add to your seasonal decor. You could use them for sweeties, you could use them for maybe biscuits for some of the bigger ones, or you could pop in coffee pods or seasonal scented wax melts. Totally unnecessarily indulgent, but one that could be really quite fun. In Dunelm, I spotted this wreath, and I'm loving that so many stores are offering alternatives to the traditional bright orange and red autumn leaf wreaths this year. It's lovely to see fresh takes on seasonal decorating. That cosy feeling we're going for in autumn has a lot to do with lighting, and this really is the start of the twinkle light season. We're seeing a lot of glassware in the shops this year, and I was drawn to this amber glass gourd. Just a quick word of warning though, some budget glassware isn't suitable for real candles, so a much safer option is to use battery twinkle lights for the same cosy effect. Another trend I'm seeing this year is stoneware vases sold already filled with stems. Perfect if you're just not really sure what works together. They're a lovely way to bring in that seasonal feeling without going for obvious autumn symbols like pumpkins or gourds. The stoneware has a weight and a texture about it that just feels grounding, helping your space just feel a bit more cocooning for autumn. Most of the stems are wired too, so you can just tweak them to suit your space. In Dunelm, I also spotted this tableware collection, tea towels, table runners, napkins, in colours that feel rich and cosy for the time of year, but without the traditional rusts and oranges again. Instead, there are deep plums and greens, which is such a nice alternative. Even something as simple as switching out your kitchen linens can be an easy way to connect your home to the season that you're in. This video was all about the best budget buys, and if you're working to a strict budget, you might just choose 1 or 2 new pieces for the season. These seasonal fruit designs in little dishes or in a spoon rest are perfect for that. They're something that you'll keep out on your kitchen countertop and use every day, and around £4, I think that's a great buy for something so practical. I'm also loving that these tea towels with their subtle pumpkin design come in a colour other than orange. I then popped into the range, which is always a favourite for budget decor. I really love these mango wood dough bowls. They're so versatile. The natural wood makes them perfect for autumn, but you can use them in any season, so you get year-round value for your money. I also spotted these little wicker pumpkins, so if you're looking for staples of the more traditional autumn symbols, these are always a great budget-priced pick-up item. And this stoneware faux pear is only £2.99. There were apples too, but I just thought the pear looked better. At that price, it's perfect for adding to a little vignette on your kitchen island, or they're so affordable you could even buy several and style them together in a bowl. So what does Matalan have to offer? Well, here's another example of those stoneware vases with faux stems already in place that we're seeing everywhere. I particularly like this one because the stems are all in the same tonal palette, which gives it just a much softer, more understated look. These throws felt so soft, and I think the price is really reasonable if you just want to add some extra coziness to your room. You can probably only use one at a time. I think of them as extra decor pieces. When your eye spots lots of opportunity for coziness around the room, it really does help trigger that feeling within us. Next stop was Habitat in Sainsbury's, and this little candle holder really caught my eye. Yes, it's very traditionally autumnal with its leaves, but it's such a pretty piece. Sainsbury's also has a great selection of mango wood and darker wood items. The deeper tones and natural textures add richness and depth to a room, making it feel more inviting. It just draws you in, exactly what you want for those cosy nights. This is the little 3-footed tray that I have at the end of my kitchen island, and it works a treat. Of course, scent plays a huge part in creating that feeling too, and it can be so nostalgic and it's deeply personal, instantly taking you back to a certain place or a memory. Budget candles and diffusers can sometimes be a bit short-lived, so it can just be a bit of trial and error. But I've had great results from Sainsbury's in the past, and my latest find is this oak and fallen acorn scent in the William Morris collection. I have to say, I'm completely hooked. Next on my hit list was HomeSense or TKMaxx, and for me this is definitely the home of the pumpkin. They have by far the biggest selection, and it can be just a little bit overwhelming, but sometimes just one well-chosen pumpkin is all you need as part of your coffee table decor, on a sideboard, or just simply placed in the right spot to signal that autumn has arrived. A pumpkin is such an easy switch out with what you've already got going on, adding a seasonal touch to your existing little styling moments around the home. You do need to be quick though, give it a week or two and I can almost guarantee that all of these pumpkins will be gone. In the same way I'd say TKMaxx is the home of the pumpkin, it's also the home of the cushion, and they've got some beautiful ones. In a parallel universe, I don't have the modern contemporary home I live in now, but a big character-filled house like you'd find in, I don't know, Charleston, South Carolina, complete with a wraparound porch. And on my front porch, I'd switch out a seasonal cushion, or three. One of these autumn cushions would exactly be what I'd choose. Sadly, they just don't fit my home's aesthetic, and it's probably just as well because I'd be filling my cart with them. For me, decorating your home at any time of year isn't just about how it looks, it's about creating a look that makes your home feel the way you want it to feel. And I don't believe you need to have a huge budget to make that happen. It's all about knowing where to shop and how to choose the pieces that will do that for you. If that's something that resonates with you, I'd love to have you join me here in this little corner of YouTube where we can share ideas and inspiration for creating a home that truly is your haven. More options here in TKMaxx for those stoneware vases already filled with stems, plus some non-traditional autumn wreaths. I was particularly drawn to these with their country-style dried flower look. They were very affordable but definitely had that high-end feel. I also like this door swag as an alternative to a wreath for hanging on your front door. A nice way just to do something a little different. TKMaxx or HomeSense is also a great spot for finding faux stems. I thought this bunch was a great deal, especially for the number you get, and it's all curated for you. So if you're not quite sure what works well together, then this is a really easy option that just takes out all the guesswork. I spotted this waffle throw, which felt so luxurious, much thicker than anything similar I've seen in any of the other budget stores. It has that cosy feel that we want for autumn and winter, but the slight linen look means that it could just as easily work on a chillier day in spring or summer. An all year round piece like this is definitely a budget pleaser. In Primark, I spotted these two ceramic mushrooms, and honestly, if you saw them in a high-end store, you'd probably just accept whatever price they put on them. They certainly don't look like they've come from Primark. I also came across these cosy throws, which are very similar to the ones in Matalan that were £20, but here they're only £14. Now, with them being faux mohair, will they shed? Will they cover you in bits of fluff? I've honestly no idea, but as a styling piece, just draped or spilling out of a basket to give the room that extra cosy factor, they're absolutely on point. And now I'm off to Sostrene Grene. I know not everyone will have one locally, but they're completely online too, so I definitely encourage you to check out the website. While the store doesn't have obviously autumn themed decor, what they do have, and what really fits our budget theme for this video, is a huge selection of candle holders, candle plates, candle vases, and tea light holders. I mean, the whole store is really full of budget prices, but lighting in particular is such a big part of creating the feeling we want at this time of year. It's everything when it comes to creating that cosy ambience. And if you're just adding one or two new pieces to your collection, a couple of little tea light holders could just be the perfect solution. Their style leans more traditional than contemporary, but I do think that traditional tea light holder styles can work with any home style. I certainly mix them into my own contemporary decor without any problem. They have so many lovely options to make those tea lights twinkle. I also spotted this little amber glass plant mister. It's got nothing to do with autumn other than its warm tone, but it's a great little decor piece to keep on hand for styling. I've even paired it with a faux plant at home and it still works beautifully. I think what we're seeing is that even on a budget, you can still find pieces that bring in that seasonal feeling without overwhelming your space, whether it's a little switch out for something you already have, adding a subtle accent to a vignette, or picking up one versatile piece that you can use all year round. It's all about choosing intentionally and without having to spend a lot to do it. Layer those smaller touches in with your existing decor and you get that cosy, welcoming feeling that we're all looking for as autumn rolls around without having to blow the budget. And if you're looking for a little extra help in navigating the sea of autumn decor that's just hit the shops, then you're definitely going to want to check out this video where I'll guide you through exactly what to buy and what to skip this year. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.